Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I almost didn't have a video for you guys today, but the Lord said you are not going to break your streak already, and he planted this idea in my head. So we are going to sit down, have a very transparent chat, and get ourselves ready for October. Let's chat about life, talk about savings, all of the updates, the goals, and everything for October. We are doing an October reset, and we are goal setting, and we are being intentional. So let's get right into it. All right, I'm starting with the big one that everyone is afraid to talk about, and that is the money, the savings, right? If you follow me on TikTok, which you should, I am doing a savings challenge to save $10,000 for our future condo because the goal is to move me and my son into our own place. And unfortunately, I had a medical emergency over the summer that needed me to spend what I had in savings. So that quickly went from $200 back down to zero. We're not going to cry over spilt milk. I'm grateful that I had the money to take care of the medical emergency. And the Lord has a plan. And so I'm just going to roll with the punches and be grateful that we can keep going. So today, we are stuffing $7. Yes, I said $7. We're starting small. I don't think we're going to do the larger amounts. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So I have my 100 envelope saving challenge little binder, and I got this off Amazon. If I can find it again, I will put it in the description box below, but I really like it. It's clear, it's pink, it's girly, it's super cute. But yeah, the plan is to stuff this twice because I believe that the goal is to stuff this twice because I believe, if I'm not wrong, that once you fill this up one time, okay, yeah, so I'm right. So once you fill this up one time, you will save a total of $5,050. So the goal is to stuff this twice so that we're at $10,100. I think that would be really great. I love how I can color off. So I think I'm going to do that with a wet erase marker and color off when I check things off. That way, when I go to fill it a second time, I can just wipe it clean and start over, which I'm really excited about. I have $7. And what we're going to do is we're going to split this because I have a 5 and 2 1. So we're going to do $2 and $5 today. So here's the 2. We're going to stuff the 2. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear. Okay, you can hear me. So I'm going to stuff my $2. So I have 1 and I have 2. And we're going to stuff them into our $2. Come on. There we go. Cool. So we have our $2, and then we're going to stuff our 5 for a total of having $7 so far. And the plan is to do updates bi-weekly or twice a month just because that's how I get paid. So you'll see savings updates twice a month. I can't promise exactly what days. Like, I can't say every other Sunday that you'll see it, but you will see it twice a month. So we've got our little savings started. Let me get my little dry erase marker and color these ones in. So let's do blue today.
You like blue?
I love blue. It's my favorite color. So we got $2 and we got $5. And I'm going to end up, thank you for walking through my video. I'm going to end up erasing this and doing it again for the TikTok. Anything for you guys. But yes, we're starting with $7 and I'm super excited. I know it's not a lot, but I'm grateful for it. And I am excited to get our savings challenge going. Let's talk about reading goals. So I planned on finishing Exodus before October, but that didn't happen. And, sometimes life just is lifing. So the new goal for October is to finish Exodus and start Leviticus. I really want to read the Bible cover to cover. So we already finished Genesis. We're making our way through Exodus. And then the plan is to start Leviticus before October is over. Another book that I want to finish is Circe. So I started reading that, but my reading goal for the year is 35 books, and I want to say I'm at 27. I'll have to check my Goodreads. I've been kind of slow on my reading goal since school has started back up, and this seems to happen every year because this also happened last year. So I want to really use the fall months to get my reading growing because even though I set my goal for 35 books for the year, I want to beat my goal because I want to make sure that I'm doing things that I love, and that includes reading. So I want to ensure that I finish Circe this month, and I'm going to start there. I'm not going to push myself to finish a second book just yet. I just want to focus on finishing Circe and Circe. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But I want to focus on finishing that as a part of my reading goals for October. I love when you guys leave me comments. So please, please, please leave me some book recommendations in the comments. I want to know what you guys are reading. My Goodreads is also linked below. So please follow me. Let's be friends. I want to see what you guys are reading. I'm nosy and I love adding books to my TBR. So make sure you add me on Goodreads. Leave me book recommendations in the comments and let's grow our reading stats this year. In terms of school, so when I say school, I mean work, like as a teacher, but I also mean me being in my master's program. So at work, I've been having a great school year so far. The kids are great. My team is great. Everyone on my floor is great. Everyone in the building is great. My admin is great. I feel so supported. And this is my second year as a classroom teacher, and I'm still learning new things, and I'm really excited for this year, and I love what I'm already seeing and what I'm doing and what the kids are doing. So my goal for this month is to really find my lesson planning groove and really get a good flow for my intervention groups. So I know the importance behind both aspects of those things, of lesson planning and my intervention groups, right? But I want to find a good groove and really get set into kind of a routine so that lesson planning comes easier, and hitting my intervention groups and really seeing the growth that they're making to get closer to grade level and really closing that gap. In my studies, I'm halfway through my assignments, which I am super, super, super excited about because it's crazy for me to wrap my head around the fact that I'm about to have a master's degree. Like, this is my last semester, and I'm about to have a master's degree. Like, I'm about to be a certified teacher. That's just insane to me. My goal for October with my studies is to have the rest of my assignments done. And I know that's a push because that's about 8 or 9 assignments that I need to do, but a lot of them are just writing. And so that's something that I really like to do and something I'm really good at. And so I'm hoping I can push myself to finish these assignments in October because I really want to focus on November being the month where I study for my exams. Because if you're a teacher, you know you have to be certified. So you have to take the content exam as well as I believe it's the praxis, whichever one it is, that's kind of like asks you general questions about how would you do this and how would you do that, things like that. So I have to take those 2 exams after I finish my degree. So I really want to focus for just on studying for those exams for all of November. So when I go to take my test in December, I'm confident in myself and ready to go, because right now I'm still a little bit like I don't know what to expect. But best believe the Lord is going to carry me. Okay. He's giving me the confidence that I'm going to do this. He wouldn't bring me this far. He wouldn't bring me this far if I wasn't meant to pass. Right. So we have our confidence that we're going to pass. We're going to work hard. We're going to study for it, and good things are going to happen. Finally, on to miscellaneous life goals. I really want to make sure that my son doesn't fall into the loop of school, home, school, home, school, home. So I really want to use October to have 2 little mini adventures with him. I'm not sure what they're going to be. It could entail just going to the park and maybe having a picnic at the park or going to the library. I want to really, he wants to have a picnic at the park. So I want to make sure that at least 2 little mini adventures with him this month happen, just so life is still fun for him too. It's not just school and home. You know what I mean? The gym. So I made it to the gym twice last week. Very proud of myself. So what I want for the month of October, or the rest of the month of October, is to make it to the gym at least 3 times a week. Because if I can make it at least 3 times a week, I'm hitting legs, I'm hitting upper body, and I'm hitting core and conditioning. And the extra day is for legs because I do hit legs twice a week. And so I really want to make sure that, or no, I hit legs 3 times a week. If I'm doing my full 5 days, I'm hitting legs 3 times a week. So I want to make sure that I'm at least hitting the gym 3 times a week as I'm easing myself back into it. And I feel like that's a good place to start, especially with our winter arc starting. Summer's not ready for us, okay? In relation with that, I also want to drink more water and less coffee. I feel like me and coffee are like this, and me and water are like this. And so I want to drink more water. And the reason I want to lower my coffee intake is because I want to have less caffeine going into my body, because I want my body to start kind of making its own caffeine, and really energizing myself. And so I want to make sure that I'm hydrating myself, especially if I'm going to be taking creatine, and really making sure that I'm drinking at least like 3 water bottles, like full water bottles that I have a day, because I have an Awala. So I think 3 of those throughout the day would be really good. And I also think it's possible. So if I can limit myself to maybe coffee, like, I think I need to ease myself out of it, because I'm so used to having like a cup every day, and I'm getting close to wanting a second cup some days, and I don't want that. So I want to start easing myself back on the coffee and more on the water. Finally, another goal that I have, and this one is Christ related, I want to start being consistent with writing down my dreams, because I feel like the Lord talks to me the most through my dreams. And I know that sounds crazy, but I hear him so clearly in my dreams. He knows that I'm a visual learner, and so he comes to me, and it's sometimes the weirdest sounding dream, but once I start putting the pieces together, so I really want to start writing down those dreams. And I know this was very chit chatty, but that is all that I have for you guys this week. The goal for next week is to have a day in the life video for you guys. I just need to get on my game about actually doing the day in the life, but I promise you I will. I will get my life together. I will film more content, because it's what I love doing, and I want to ensure that I'm being transparent, because I know that for me as a single mom, I want to feel connected and feel understood, and if I can do that for someone else, I would love that. So if you made it all the way to this part of the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, share with a single mom, share with someone who is new in their walk with Christ. Let me know how you connect with me. And again, leave those book recommendations, because I really want to know what we're reading. Like, what's the new hottest read? And as always, Jesus loves you, I love you, and I will see you guys next Sunday.